Hello everyone, I'm George from Ireland. So behind me is the house where Felix Mendelssohn stayed when he came to London. He came to the United Kingdom 10 times and spent over a year and a half here between his various visits. So Mendelssohn is best known for being a German composer. He was born in Hamburg in 1809. That was Germany's largest port city, well still is, so fairly cosmopolitan. His father was a very wealthy banker. His grandfather Moses Mendelssohn was a well-known philosopher. So Mendelssohn had some siblings. His family was Jewish in origin, but his parents had really abandoned the Jewish faith by the time that Mendelssohn was born, and he was not subjected to a bris, fortunately for him. Not that I'm not remotely anti-Jewish, I just think it's a completely unnecessary operation. It's a bit risky, I think it's cruel. Anyhow, so his family then converted to Christianity, and he was baptized into the evangelical church, that's say a Protestant church, when he was 6, rather late time to be baptized. So there were some anti-Semitic laws discriminating against Jews at the time in Germany, and these were gradually repealed through the 19th century. So there was a very bookish household, and then he was taught the piano from his mother since the age of 6. And then music became his first love. Pursued a musical education and was soon composing pieces. So it was sort of towards the end of the Romantic era in Germany. Wasn't very political, slightly inclined towards liberalism, but he was a fan of Johann Sebastian Bach, and Bach's music was coming back into fashion at the time. So he travelled extensively through Germany and France. He met some of the leading intellectuals of the day, well, particularly like those who were getting on by that stage, like Goethe, for instance. So he came to the attention of Frederick Vilhelm IV of Prussia, who was very impressed with his music. I know bugger all about music, so I shan't say anything about his compositions. Anyway, well, a tiny bit. He married a French woman, and they had 5 children, so he's got descendants alive to this day. The surname, it means like son of an almond, because Mandel, Mendel, words like that in German, Romanian, Russian, Polish, Ukrainian, they all mean almond. So you get that in names like Mendelssohn, like Peter Mendelssohn, Mandel, Mandelstein, and things like that. Why they want to be a son of an almond, I don't get it. There we are. Anyway, so he spent time in London and in Edinburgh, and he was even proposed to be a professor of music at Edinburgh University, but he declined. So he toured the Western Isles of Scotland, and one Sunday, he was composing something in his head, and he wanted to try it out on the piano in the hotel, and Sabbatarianism was taken very seriously in North Britain at the time. The Lord's Day Observant Society campaigning zealously to uphold the sacrosanct character of the Lord's Day. No sport, no playing, no non-religious music. But anyway, he was able to persuade the hotelier to allow him to do it, and the rest is history. Is the Hebrides overture, as it's better known, or Fingal's Cave. So this meant to be like the rhythm of the sea as the waves are beating against the stone. Da 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 da. I shan't torture you with more of my attempt to do his melody. So he visited here a few months before he died. He'd been plagued by infirmity for the last several years of his life. He met Jenny Lind when he was here, the Swedish nightingale, that famed opera singer. Anyway, he returned to Germany. He died at the age of 38 of apoplexy, as they then called it. He's buried in Berlin. And he was so revered, I'm pretty sure that the National Socialists did not desecrate his grave, because they're doing that to other Jewish composers, like blowing up a statue in commemoration of another Jewish composer, banning his work, that of Gustav Mahler and so on. So that is Felix Mendelssohn. His name was actually Jakob. Felix was his middle name, but he's known by that. Maybe he was happy. He was noted for the gaiety of his character. Seldom angry, never dispirited. All right, toodaloo.